moist and fluffy lemon cake layers that is filled with pops of juicy blueberries and layered with a fluffy and delicious cream cheese whipped cream frosting. This lemon blueberry cake is the cake for summer. It's so simple to put together, so without further ado, let me show you exactly how it's done. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to be doing is preparing the cake layers. In a medium-sized bowl, combine all of your dry ingredients. This includes all-purpose flour, some cornstarch, baking powder, baking soda, and some salt. Using cornstarch gives the cake a beautiful, tender crumb. Use a whisk to give everything a good mix, and then we're going to set this aside. Next, in a separate large bowl, combine together some unsalted softened butter along with some vegetable oil and granulated sugar. This cake uses both vegetable oil and butter for the perfect moist cake. Next, we're going to grate in some fresh lemon zest. When you're grating lemon zest, be very careful not to grate into the white part of the lemon. That is a bit bitter, so we want to avoid that. And you also don't want to drop your entire lemon into your sugar like I did. Now what we're going to do is use a whisk to give everything a good mix. This recipe is really easy to make by hand. You do not need an electric mixer, especially if your butter is super soft. It's going to be very easy, but if you do want, you can definitely use an electric mixer. We're going to whisk this mixture until it's pale and fluffy. It's going to turn this creamy white color, and that's when you know that you've whisked it enough. Next goes in 3 eggs at room temperature, and we're going to add them one at a time, mixing well between each addition. The entire written recipe with tips and tricks, step-by-step instructions, as well as a printable recipe is available on my website, thefoodflamingo.com, and you can find a link to that in the description box below. And if you're looking for more cake recipes, you have to try out my Matilda chocolate cake recipe. It just hit 100,000 views here on YouTube, and I am so excited. So make sure to check that out because it is one of my most popular recipes here on YouTube as well as my blog. Once you've mixed in the eggs, we're going to go ahead and add in some room temperature buttermilk and lemon juice. Make sure to use fresh lemon juice, do not use the bottled versions. And if you don't have buttermilk, you can easily make homemade buttermilk by combining milk with vinegar or lemon juice, and you can find the detailed instructions on my blog. Now we're going back to the dry ingredients. Reserve 1 heaping tablespoon of the dry mixture for later, and then we're going to add this dry mixture into the wet in about 2 to 3 batches using a spatula to fold the mixture together in between. You don't want to overmix. Once you no longer see any streaks of flour, you can stop mixing. Doesn't this batter look amazing? It's so pillowy and fluffy, and that's how soft and fluffy the cake is going to be. The batter is almost ready to go. We have one last step, and that's to add in the blueberries. In a small bowl, combine together your fresh or frozen blueberries along with the 1 tablespoon of dried mixture that we reserved earlier, and give that a good mix just to coat the blueberries in the flour. This is going to prevent the blueberries from sinking to the bottom of the cake. Now add the blueberries into the batter and use your spatula to fold everything together until they're nice and evenly dispersed into the batter. And that's it, the cake batter is ready to go. Now we're going to divide this batter between 3 6-inch cake pans. As you can see, I have greased and lined my cake pan, and you definitely don't want to forget this step, otherwise you're not going to be able to remove the cake from their pan. You could also use 2 8-inch pans if you'd like, or even 3, but do keep in mind that if you're going to be using 3 8-inch pans, the cake layers will be much thinner. Divide the batter evenly between the 3 pans, spread it out using the back of your spatula, give it a few taps on the counter to remove any air bubbles, and then bake this in an oven preheated to 180 degrees Celsius for around 35 to 40 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. Once baked, you want to let the cakes cool down completely. While the cakes cool, let's make the whipped cream frosting. In a large bowl, you're going to combine together your heavy cream, powdered sugar, and vanilla extract, and then use an electric hand or stand mixer to beat this until stiff peaks form. This process takes around 7 to 8 minutes depending on the speed of your mixer. Next, we're going to set that aside, and in a separate medium-sized bowl, I'm going to take some cold cream cheese, and then I'm using a spatula to just soften it up. You can also use your mixer on low speed if you'd like. Next, we're going to add in the whipped cream into the cream cheese in about 2 to 3 batches, and then use a spatula to gently fold them together. You don't want to be very rough on this because we don't want to get rid of all the air that we just whipped into the whipped cream. This frosting is my favorite cream cheese frosting ever because I absolutely hate buttercream. It is too sweet and it is such a hassle to make, and I love this frosting because it's light and creamy but is still very, very stable. Once you've added in all of your whipped cream, the frosting is ready to go, but since this is a lemon and blueberry cake, I decided to add a very tiny bit of yellow food coloring to achieve that pastel yellow look. Coloring the frosting is optional, but if you're going to be doing it, make sure to use powdered or gel food coloring. Do not use water-based food coloring, otherwise it's going to make your frosting pretty runny. Now it's time to assemble the cake. I'm using this large plate to assemble the cake, but if you want to make the frosting process a lot easier, you can use a turntable. Place the first cake layer onto your plate, and then we're going to add on some of the frosting. This is about 1/4 of the frosting that we made. Then add on the next layer, and then repeat the process one more time, and then finally we're going to add on the last layer of cake. For the outside of the cake, I added all the remaining frosting into a piping bag and then piped it all around the top and sides of the cake. I did not do a crumb coat for this cake because the style that I was going for was a very rough, rustic look, so I didn't think that it really needed a crumb coat. Of course, you can decorate the cake however you'd like, and then what I'm doing now is using an offset spatula to just roughly spread out all of the frosting. Now I'm going to use the top end of the spatula to create this rough pattern all around the sides and top of the cake. This is what makes this cake amazing because you do not need any cake decorating skills whatsoever to make this cute Pinteresty cake. Now we're going to chill the cake for at least 30 minutes before we add on the finishing touches and serve the cake. To decorate this cake, I decided to use fresh lemon slices and fresh blueberries along with some mint leaves. All you have to do is place them all around the top and sides of your cake in a very random way. They do not need to be perfect because keeping it messy is what makes it look so aesthetic and cute. And there you have it, your lemon blueberry cake with cream cheese whipped cream frosting is ready to go. All you have to do now is slice and enjoy. If summer was a flavor, this cake would be it. The bright and zesty lemons with the juicy blueberries work so well together, and that tangy cream cheese frosting that is incredibly balanced. It's not too sweet. It works so well with the moist cake. You can see how fluffy and moist this cake is. It literally won't even stay on my fork because of how tender the crumb is. So you definitely have to give this one a try. And if this cake is too big, you can always half the recipe. If you haven't already, remember to subscribe for more easy and delicious recipes just like this one. Like the video if you liked it, and comment down below if you've tried this recipe or if there's anything else you'd like me to make. And as always, thank you so much for watching.